Some of you are not stuck because life was unfair to you. You are stuck because you cannot forgive the one decision that you made. Jung famously said, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." I have worked with countless people who were not broken by their traumas, but by their own decisions. Whether it is wrong relationship, whether it is career choice, or whether it is impulsive decisions. But the real struggle is not what happened. The struggle is what happened to the voice that keeps saying, "Oh, I should have done better." Here is what happens psychologically when you make such a choice. Your brain creates a loop of pain that replays that action or the conversation, analyzes what really happened, what went wrong. It attaches identity to it. This is rumination. In psychology, various studies have proved that it is strongly related to depression and anxiety. Studies made by Nolen-Hoeksema, it demonstrates that a repetitive thinking of past choices actually worsens the emotional distress. But here is the problem. Here is the deeper problem. You just do not remember the problem. You become it. I worked with somebody who left his very well-established job for his passion, and it did not fly. It did not work. Years after, when we were having that conversation, he was describing that event of his startup not working as "I ruin everything." Do you see the pattern? In psychology, we call it identity fusion with failure. Similar patterns can be found in the research explored by Dweck, where she talks about fixed mindset, which understands a failure as identity rather than a feedback. Now, if I go back to the Jung's code, it's often misunderstood because he's not talking about ignoring the past. Rather, he's talking about taking it as data. It's not your destiny, but past is your data. The real power is not defining what happened, but deciding what meaning you give it. There is a powerful concept called self-distancing in psychology. In a study done by Ethan Cross, it was very evident that when we think from the perspective of a third person and we reflect on those mistakes, the clarity of understanding increases and the emotional intensity actually reduces. So basically it's just saying, why did I do this? We shift. Why did that version of me took this decision? Now this particular shift creates a distance between you and your decision. Now let's make it very practical. What can we do and what actions can we take in order to get out of that? First thing that we can do is to separate you from your decision. So instead of saying that, "Oh, I made a mistake," say, "I did something which did not work." Second is to convert your regret into data. Regret won't give you anything, but data can. So think about, what are those things that I did not know at the time when I took this? What were the state of emotional state that I had which influenced me to take that decision? This particular thing builds metacognition, thinking about your thinking. Third is to rewrite your role, not the past. Look, we cannot really change what happened in the past. We cannot go back and change our decision, but we can choose to become what we want to be because of that decision. So instead of saying, "I made a bad financial decision," I can say, "I became somebody who deeply understands risk." Last is practicing self-forgiveness. Everett Worthington did a research in which it was very evident that if we practice self-forgiveness, we actually do a lot of good to our mental health. Now, forgiveness does not mean it was okay. Forgiveness means that I refuse to stuck here. Finally, you are not your worst decision. You're the person who survived it. You're the person who won. And now you have the power to evolve from here, to become something beyond it. Jung never gave you motivation. He gave you a responsibility. If this resonated with you, comment "heal" and I can send you some more practical strategies that could help you. If you like the content that breaks your mind and help you take your life back. Please subscribe. Till the next time, thank you so much.